for deploying, you got to deploy to some kind of server. And the server we're going to use Firebase hosting. So Firebase is a tool. It's a software as a service. So basically, they give you database, hosting, and a bunch of other stuff actually for free until you get to a certain level. So once you get to that level, either your site will slow down or else you can pay with your credit card and go from there. So to start, I'm actually going to log in as a different account just so you guys can see what that's like. So this should be max at. Okay. Okay, I'm logged in as max. Okay, so I'm going to go to Firebase. And it's firebase.google.com. So I'm going to choose the non-ad one. When you get here, you can go to console at the top. And it says, welcome to Firebase. I'm going to go ahead and create a project. And I'm going to call this the Sweet Tile thing. And we're going to accept the terms. And I will use Firebase exclusively for purposes relating to my trade, business, craft, or profession. What the hell does that mean? How could you not use it like that? That's weird. Okay. We're going to go ahead and continue. We'll enable analytics so we can see when it crashes and that kind of stuff. And analytics location, United States. Default sharing. I accept. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to go and create a project. All right, now it's ready. I gotta press continue. All right, and then we're also going to enable hosting. So if you look at Firebase, let's take a quick look. So we can do iOS apps, Android, or web, or even Unity and Flutter, which is really cool. So you can have the same database in your Unity game as on your iOS app, which is awesome. So like maybe you have some stats for your players, and you build an iOS app that's separate. You don't have to build like a separate backend to kind of communicate. You can use the exact same database to view, like maybe, for example, maybe your app is like a game where you have to feed your cows every so often. And in the iOS app, you can get like little updates and stuff like that saying, hey, your cows are hungry. So you have to log onto your computer and play the game a little bit. But for right now, we just want our website. So if you under build, we have authentication. Let's take a look at that. That's awesome. So authentication, you can do Google, Facebook, Twitter, GitHub, whatever that is. You can go off your email, your phone. There's a bunch of them. We even did an app for Flatlanders where it was an authentication, but it was anonymous. So the user never actually had to log in. It just recognized that the same browser kind of session thing was going on. So that's one of them. Under build, there's also a database, so a Firestore and a real-time database. We'll take a look at the difference of those, but basically they're databases that are really quick. So they're millisecond read times, and they're awesome. We also have storage and hosting. Hosting is the main thing that we're focused on right now. So we want a website hosted out on the World Wide Web so that people can come see what trip they won. So let's go ahead and get started. And it gives you all these tools, but we're going to use the Angular way. So we'll just say next. We're going to Firebase login, next, and continue. So that's the default way of accessing this. And you can do this within a default, just an HTML page. But with Angular, it makes it super easy. I'm actually really impressed with how Angular does this. So I'm going to go back to my app, Control-Tilde, and I need to add Firebase to this. So I'm going to do an ng add, and then we're going to use the @ sign, Angular/Fire. And when you press return, it's going to have us kind of log in and that kind of thing. Okay, so it says this needs to be installed. So the default is yes, but we'll do a Y just to make sure. It's going to install some packages. Okay, so ng deploy is already selected. If we want to do authentication, Firestore, real time, all that stuff, we could do that. For right now, and we actually got all this stuff kind of, but for right now, our main focus is hosting. So I'm just going to press return. And say yes to this. I'm going to do a Firebase login. Okay. My login is Max Maverick. And I'm going to go ahead and allow. Okay, so we're logged in. Okay, I'm going to press the up arrow. I'm going to add Angular Fire. ng deploy. Max Maverick. Press return. Create a new project. I'm going to do the sweet tile thing. And we're going to create a new site. So, yep, that web app. And now we got that set up. Now, whenever we want to modify our site, all we type is ng space deploy, press return, and we're done. It's going to contact Firebase for us. It's going to push our latest build up. And then if we go back to Firebase, we can see that our site is actually live on the web. And every time we make a change, we save it, do an ng deploy, and it just works like magic. So if we go ahead and go back over to our Firebase hosting, I see in my web app. So I'm just going to go and click on that. Whoops. Did it go? There we go. It just took a few seconds. Let's see where I went my trip. I'm going to Missouri. I can tell. Yeah. All right. And you'll notice that location, that's kind of cool that I got that name. I doubt you'll get that same name. So super handy. And yeah, it works like a charm.